What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zcash yet again today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 26th day of June, and here we are sitting at about $400. Can you believe it? $400. Here we are. It says we have 2 days, 11 hours left in this week, but I think it's closer to 10 hours. 10 hours, 14 minutes left in this day here. We have seen a couple of wicks over the last couple of days. This is what they call chopsticks, tweezer bottom, whatever you want to call it. Typically, it comes in twos. Not so typically does it come in threes. So the fact that we're actually wicking or looking to wick down here again makes me think that we do have lower to go. This might not be the low. Let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll see how it goes. This could be a low to rely on, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zcash was moving lower as time progresses. Okay, so let's get into it. Again, hit that like button. Thank you all for being here. And let's go. Here we are. Looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, Zcash is forming a bit of a flat top, and you have like a bottom here, and you're getting higher lows. It's not terrible. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's kind of odd. I don't think I would think that if you found support here like a double bottom, I don't think we'd be doing this right now. I would think that we are going lower, but you do have a pretty ground out high area as well. So we'll see. We'll see. 1 hour time frame, looking at the RSI. Higher lows, higher highs. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the RSI. Stochastics look reset, maybe ready to go up. MACD actually looks like it's approaching the zero level here, like it wants to break out. You rejected it once, twice, third time's the charm. And your histogram is at these low levels that it typically gets to before you turn around. That's actually kind of encouraging. And you are at the slow point. It's odd. It's odd. It would make me think you go lower, but there's also a chance you go higher. It's very odd. You get odd readings when you're choppy and sideways like this. It's just how it is. The RSI on the 4 hour a little bit more revealing, breaking this downward sloping trend, looking like you want to see something more robust. Yes. Stochastics looking like they want to come up. That's not bad either. The MACD here flipping green. I mean, nothing really to go off of with the MACD. You do have bullish divergence, but as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of already played out. Yeah, I would say for Zcash, maybe you are at a relative low area. Maybe not the low, right? But a relative low area. You've really disrespected this 382. I would think if you move up from here, it would be to 450. Prior kind of area of closing resistance here, support here, resistance a little bit in this area here. It's your 236 area. I could see you going up to 452. But adding to the lower section again, adding to the probability that we go lower, the fact that you've done this with your 382 is not a good thing, man. It's actually really bad, I think, and typically you would expect to see the golden ratio, which is an area that you found support at before as well. And that would take you all the way down to 336 to 317. I mean, that could happen. It depends, I suppose, on what Bitcoin wants to do. If Bitcoin wants to move up here, Zcash probably moves up with it. But if Bitcoin does decide to see lower lows, if it decides to go lower and we get this little break of this 58K level, maybe we go all the way down to 57K and just clear out the remnants of this 1.7, $1.8 billion in longs. We cleared out about 1.4 billion at 57K. Maybe that's what we do. It's crazy, guys, that we are at these low points and there's more longs piled on in the past 24 hours than there are shorts. Over the last 30 days, yes, shorts have piled on tremendously more so than longs, but it's pretty crazy, man. I don't know. People are making their bets, that's for sure. Making their bets and laying in them. Zcash here. Because of this fib, I'm very reluctant to call for higher prices. So I'm going to call for lower prices. Okay? Which is unfortunate because the 4 hour, you actually do look all right on the RSI. There's hope on the MACD. There's hope on the stochastics. But fair is fair, man. You do have lower highs, technically. And you have higher highs. It's hidden bearish divergence. You're not finding support at the 382. You're disrespecting it. I would guess that means you're going to go to the 0.5 at the very least, but probably the golden ratio. There's no significance here at the 0.5. So what, 370 to 317, 318? I think this 336 to 318 level is calling your name, and you're going to see it happen. if I had to guess, either by the end of this month of June or very early in July. And if I'm wrong, great. That's awesome. If I'm wrong, then just get a day to close above this daily close here, close above like 417, and then I'm wrong. And then you're moving up to 450, and then we'll reject there, and we'll come back down here anyways. Whatever. But if we do go lower, understand when we bounce, we're probably not going to come up to this 450 area. That's off the table if we go lower. Likely what would happen is if we go lower, we'd come back up to this area to find resistance, back test prior support as resistance, and then come lower as time goes on. Overall, I do believe Zcash is on a path that will take it below not just $200, but perhaps even below $100 as time goes on. I very much believe that that's the path that we're on right now for Zcash as time goes on. Zcash is not alone in this endeavor. There's a lot of coins that are going to see lower lows over the coming weeks, over the coming months. I shouldn't say over the coming weeks, more like over the coming months. Over the coming weeks, I actually expect we're going to stagnate and maybe see some recovery across the market. I just don't know if we're at the low, whatever that is, the quote-unquote low, the relative low for Bitcoin or for the rest of the altcoin markets yet. I mean, we really could have this relative low. It could be in. But if we move higher, you know, it is what it is as well. Anyway, Zcash, daily RSI looks terrible. Lower highs, lower lows. Looks like you want to get into that oversold zone. That really backs up the idea that we're going to go lower. Stochastic's getting oversold, pretty bearish. The MACD is also pretty bearish. So bearish on bearish. I don't really have anything else to say. With that, I leave you. Maybe. Should I? Should I end the video there? Weekly time frame sucks too. You're about to cross red. You are crossed red right now, but you have 2 days and 11 hours, 2 days, 10 hours left in this week. So let's just see how it goes. We could see recovery. Again, what it would take to see recovery would be to close a day above 417. If we can close not just today, but any day above 417, cool. Maybe we see some recovery up to 450. I doubt that we get any higher than that. I don't think we're going to see a higher high. We're probably going to see a lower high, and then we probably will inevitably move lower. The reason why I expect or suspect that we're going to move below $300 is this double top M-shaped pattern that you have overall right here. It's not a good look. And typically you go below this point here, that point being at $200. So I would think that we do go below there. If you look at this low to high here, you know, I don't know, is that the appropriate low to high to take? I would think so, but maybe this is right here. 236, 382. That's more respected, right? I'm not cherry picking. I'm not going like, let's line these lines up perfectly. There we go. They're perfect. No, I'm like, this is the low. This is a suitable low in itself because it's the low before you saw this move. So you're encapsulating the measurement of this move more or less. And the fibs are respecting it, right? Whereas here, this is the actual low over here. But your fibs, I mean, they're kind of respecting it, but not as much. You can use both. There's nothing wrong with using both at the same time. I'm just going to use one, but you could use both and get multiple targets to get a more broad idea, but I want to be specific. My thoughts are we'll probably go below this low, and with that, you have the chance of going to 136 to, what is this here? It's about $73. Something in that area there. It is possible. I doubt we get below $70, but it is completely possible that you even go below $100. So just be prepared for that in the long term. That if that happens, and I suspect it will happen, that'll happen by the end of this year, 2026. I've got nothing else for you guys now. We're at the end of the video. So hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.